This is KCTV 5 News at 10.
Well, young drivers are being killed on the roads at an alarming rate. On average, a teen is injured in a crash every 15 minutes in the U.S.
Yet more and more states, including Kansas and Missouri, have done away with driver's education in high schools. KCTV 5's Carolyn Long found a program, however, that attempts to fill that gap by taking young drivers off the roads and into the hospital.
When a young driver is caught speeding or driving drunk, a judge decides their punishment. Well, thanks to a nonprofit called the Research Foundation, Kansas City, Missouri judges have one more option. Now these drivers can be sentenced to a young traffic offenders program, a one-day session at a local hospital that shows them firsthand what can and does really happen on the roads each day.
She was 17, halfway through her senior year. Living it up at a party, drinking.
I passed out cold in that car.
She was reclined in the passenger seat, unbelted, and a friend took the wheel, drunk. They lost control, bounced off one tree, and landed into another.
I turned into a human pinball in that car.
That split second changed Madison Cannon's life forever. She was life-flighted to the hospital with a broken neck. The Lee Summit teen is a quadriplegic.
And I'm the one who wakes up every morning and is a prisoner in my own body.
But Maddie doesn't hide behind her injuries. She shows them off to young drivers who will listen to her story and hopefully make better decisions behind the wheel. And she's just one of the many people this group will hear from during this 6-hour Young Traffic Offenders program.
Strapped down to this board.
They begin in the emergency room.
And they literally screw screws inside to the bone of your head.
Nurse practitioner Eric Roberts makes sure these young people realize the ER is not like they see on TV. They also tour the radiology unit, the ICU, and see graphic images of accident scenes from the Missouri Highway Patrol. And along the way, hear the stories that these professionals hear all too often.
She should have gave the keys to somebody else.
Radiologist tech Nancy Stevens can tell you the heartache behind each one of these x-rays.
He fractured every single facial bone, and so his face jiggled back and forth like jello.
He's alive after 17 surgeries and 75 screws. This teen didn't make it after hill jumping with her boyfriend.
When she hit the pavement, her neck snapped just like that.
Powerful stories, but do these young people hear it? I mean, really hear it?
They don't want to be here. You know, they don't want to be here. When they come in, some of them feel like there's no reason they need to be here.
But facilitator Jenny Sheevy has seen the transformation in these young people as the day progresses. They learn that some things really are forever.
Your brain and your spinal cord are made up of nerve tissue, and nerve tissue does not regenerate. It does not heal. So you get one chance with your brain and with your spinal cord.
I was in the hospital just over 2 months.
Just ask Kevin Beach, voted most popular in high school. Then in a blink, at the age of 21, became a quadriplegic in a crash. Now he explains how a highlight of his day is when he can successfully stack 22 blocks in rehab.
This is my life. I'm getting excited over stacking blocks.
By day's end, the majority of these young people tell me they wish they would have witnessed this program before they got their driver's licenses.
It definitely would have opened my eyes a little bit more. I'd probably be a lot more careful on the road than I am.
I think it'd be good for anybody, really, just see the consequences of.
I absolutely wish this program could be available to every kid that was out there.
Maddie may just make that happen. She knows there must be a reason she survived that terrible crash, and maybe that reason was to spread her life-changing message.
I was stupid, I made stupid choices, and now I'm stuck like this. For the rest of my life, I will wake up every morning, and I'm not going to be able to get up and do what I want to do.
After the program, these young drivers are required to write an essay for the judge describing what they learned and how their driving habits might change. Here are a few of those comments. Simon writes here, "I have been stupid and drank and drove, but never again in my life." Evan writes, "From now on, I am not going to text or answer my calls anymore while driving." To read some of these essays for yourself, just go to KCTV5.com and click on Investigations. Carolyn Long, KCTV 5 News.